If doing more acts of service is one of your goals this new year, the American Red Cross is one place you could help. Did you know every 2 seconds someone in the country needs life-saving blood? Blood donations save lives, and there's really no alternative for providers outside of that. And nationwide, the Red Cross is dealing with a blood shortage. Today, I'm joined by Nicole Cyrak-Irwin, the Red Cross Regional CEO for Greater Idaho. Nicole, thanks for being here today.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Can you give us a scope of this shortage that the Red Cross is dealing with right
We
now?
often see a shortage during the holidays, and in this time, there's a lot of winter storms that cause blood drives across the country to get canceled, and also people are ill. So usually at this time of year and in the summer, we see pretty severe shortages.
So what has led to that this time? Besides the holidays, I understand that a lot, especially like in California and maybe Montana, that really bad weather basically just canceled a bunch.
Yeah, a lot of storms across the whole country in December. And then I think with the holiday season, and I think people getting back to their post-pandemic lives, they're not in the habit of giving blood, and we want to get them back in that habit.
Could be a New Year's resolution,
Absolutely,
right?
A great one.
So is it pretty easy for someone to donate?
Yeah, it really is. It's about 30 minutes. There's a health history. We just take really good care of you, and we make it easy. There's 2,000 drives across the state, so there's probably one that's really close by to you.
Now, is the blood situation in Idaho?
It's across the
pretty
country.
good?
It's across the country, but yeah, Idahoans are very generous blood donors. In fact, we're actually expanding. We're putting in 2 new facilities, one in Napa and one in Twin Falls, because so many Idahoans donate. But across the country, we're seeing a big shortage.
So when you have a shortage like that, say it is Montana. If they needed blood, would you then ship blood to them?
It's a national banking system, and
Okay.
and there's rare blood types, there's certain antigens that are needed, so it's actually a national blood banking system that we all work together to get blood where it needs to go.
Okay, and so what would somebody have to do to donate? How would they sign up? Or
Easy, yeah. We have an app. There's a website. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and find out where a drive is near you. And it's best to make an appointment, or you'll have a great experience doing that. And like I said, there'll be one really around the corner from you, likely.
And I understand there's a new feature with the app too, that you can actually track your blood donation.
I love this, right? After I donate, I find out where it went. It takes about 20 days, and then I'll find out who got it and where they live. I don't get who,
No, I was
who
gonna
got
say,
it.
not specifically though,
who
right?
got it, but where it went.
There's a little thing called HIPAA.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah, but you get to see where it went. It's really great.
Exactly. Is there anything else that you think people need to know? I mean, because they might think it's really painful, or the recovery afterward is.
Yeah, we're
tricky.
actually one of the top in the country for customer service. We really hire people who know how to do this well, so we take really good care of people. And it's probably a lot painless than people think.
And you have some pretty amazing people I've seen over the years who donate basically gallons and gallons of blood. Do you still have a lot of those people who come once a month or however often
Yeah,
they can?
you can do 6 times a year, and then platelets you can do every 7 days, and that's a 2-hour donation. And we have people who come nights, weekends, holidays.
And platelets, is that still where they spin it and then put your blood
They do.
back
They transfuse
in?
it back in, and that's for cancer patients. About 50% of our platelets go to cancer patients.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
thanks for raising awareness.
You kind of know what you're talking about, I think.
Been doing this a little while. It's
Just a
really
little bit.
important.
Yeah, well, thank you for doing
Yeah.
what you do, too. Oh, just real quick, though, we've seen all these tornadoes and everything that were happening in the South. Are any local volunteers getting involved
Yeah,
with that?
right now we're sending a lot of people to California where there was a lot of flooding. We sent over 25 people to Hurricane Ian. So we have a lot of our disaster volunteers who deploy outside the state and here locally.
All right. Nicole Cyrak-Irwin with the Red Cross of Greater Idaho. Thank you so much.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Hope we get more people to roll up their sleeves.
Me too.
All right. And we'll be right back.